that the reading almost started on 555 exactly, but that's okay. We still got two fives, and we got number six, which is still very symbolic. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. So, as you can see in the caption, it says, "You are pleasant and a joy to be around." So, this is how individuals are feeling about your energy. So we have the Page of Pentacles. This is an energy that doesn't change. It's here to stay. Again, there may be times when you may be more in a more quiet and observant state, right, of your energy. Like there's like different phases of your energy, right? I really thought I had this together. Like let's come on now, come on now, come on now, Lord. No, but I need these decks. We'll use this one. That's wild. So I got a message. The deck that I just used in order to stabilize my phone is the Realist Oracle, and Spirit was basically saying, you create or you bring an element of stability to people's lives or to the atmosphere, the energy of the room, the environment, because you're very authentic and real about your energy. You're real when it comes to how you show up. Like you show up as your real self, um, regardless of what's going on, right? Regardless of people trying to put you in a defensive energy. Like you can defend yourself and then like snap back. Like nothing shifts about who you are, basically. Like, for example, if you need to, correct somebody, you can do that if you feel like it, if you feel the need to. Some of you guys, you just brush it off. It really depends on how you feel. So it's crazy. I shuffled the deck twice, and we got four wands already revealed itself. So again, stability. Like you're very mentally stable, emotionally stable. Okay? And this is not to say that your emotions don't get challenged or like riled up because it's water, right? So, the energy of water changes just like waves. I promise I'm not going to be doing this the whole reading, y'all. But just like the the intensity of waves, right, at a beach. Like sometimes it's more calm, like the waters are calm. And then other times they're more chaotic, right? So yeah, but it's something about the quickness of how you come back to that calm, even if your waters get riled up, if your emotional energy get riled up. And this is not to say that you're masking anything. It keeps coming out. So it's not to say that you're masking anything. It's just, how sometimes when you don't express your truth or there's something that you want to say but you're concerned about how a person is going to respond to you, or if they're going to walk away, if they're going to leave you, if they're going to, if you speak your truth, like you guys are, you feel like you found throughout your journey, it's better for me to speak the truth and speak my truth than, not to speak my truth at all and someone potentially still hurt you, or, at least in whatever decision that they make pertaining to you, like it comes honest. You get to control that. Even if they choose to be dishonest, it's like they were still given an opportunity. You gave them an opportunity. Okay, well, this is who you're choosing to respond to in such and such manner. Like, okay, like I was being honest and genuine with you. Like I wasn't being deceptive about my emotions. So it's something about you communicating yourself clearly. But anyway, so I feel like we kind of veered off. I want to do better with creating like shorter reads for you guys, and more concise, straight to the point. So anyway, yeah, but like I said, you're pleasant to be around. You're pleasing to be around. And when you're not around, it's absolutely felt. There can be an energy of people feeling like things are not as thrilling, not as igniteful, not as fun or lively when you're not around. Some of you guys should just be um, like really funny. Like you could be really funny. I don't know what zodiac signs are like the funniest. I know Capricorns are really funny. I mean, I'm funny, but I don't know what placement I could really apply that to. But yeah, like people just really find you, healing, especially like if they're having difficulty with something that they're, pursuing, something that they're doing, they're finding something difficult or challenging. It's something about you bringing light to the situation, literally with your light, right? You bring light to the situation. You have a way of uplifting people's spirits, like even when they're facing conflict or some type of battle, whether this be secret battles or battles that they may reveal to you. That's another thing. You're definitely someone where people feel safe and secure with coming to you and being vulnerable about their challenges, behind the scenes. Because they know that whatever response that you're going to give them, like it's going to be genuine, it's going to be a considerate response, a thoughtful response, like you're actually listening. People feel heard by you. They don't feel like you're just listening to respond, but you're actually listening to provide and not only just to provide a solution for them, but to help them like come to the solution on their own. Like you're kind of, it's like you shine light on things that they may even communicate. Because sometimes if you just listen to people and let them talk, sometimes they can reveal their own solutions to their own problems, right? And then you may be that person that, hey, well, you literally just said da 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 da. You may be that person to shine light on those things, whereas the darkness surrounding them, surrounding their truth, their realness, their authenticity, their intuition, may try to, like, almost like clouds cover up the sun, right? You're that person, like, to basically emphasize, hey, but it's still bright outside. Hey, that grass, those flowers still blossom and still growing. Like, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you know how to make light of people's situations, and not in a sense of ignoring and disregarding, like, their real issues and them actually, like, wanting advice or, wanting to be told the truth or given clarity in a situation. Like, you know how to provide the clarity. You acknowledge the darkness, you know, and you also acknowledge the light in the situation, right? The pros and cons of both, so you're very thorough in your approach to real life matters. So that's why we have the Star card and the Five of Wands in the reverse here. So this could also be talking about the spy energy is trying to bring unwanted energy to your front door. Front door as in you yourself. Like, again, I want to say before we move forward, if I reference anything in regards to a home, more than likely this could be your actual home for some of you. And for others, I'm talking about your temple, your vessel, your body, right? Your person that houses your spirit, houses your emotions, your thoughts, all those things that are unseen that usually is the breeding ground or the seeds to what manifests outwardly, right? Whether that be, it's almost like walking through somebody's energetic field and, excuse me, something's itching my nose. it's almost like walking through someone else's energetic field and walking into a spider web, and it's like, you're picking off the spider webs, or you walk into somebody has booby traps in their energetic field, or somebody has thorns, right? Like, for example, people who may show up as a thorn in your side type energy, like just being in close proximity to them, or being giving them some type of access to you, like communication, whatever the case may be, right? You could, it's like when you walk outside, you're not really thinking that, you're thinking you're just going to go in ground, like you like your feet to be in the grass sometimes. You're not thinking that you're going to step on a sticky brow. For those of you who know what sticky brows are, they're kind of like thorns, right? But it's nothing to it, right? You simply just locate where it is and pull it out, right? So this is this is how your energy is manifesting to people around you, or people who have been connected to you. I was also getting like, this is like not just the people who have most recently, like in your most recent past, have experienced you in some way, shape, or form, but this is just saying like there's people reminiscing on your energy in general about like fun times that they had with you, like times when like you just had them like falling over laughing, how goofy you are, how much that you really like, how entertaining you are, again, how pleasant and joyful you are to be around. So you have people reminiscing on that. Okay, they just really enjoy you, like whether you guys are actually utilizing some type of object of entertainment or not. It's like you guys know how to be entertaining just from your own self, and truly entertain and uplift somebody, like, and make the time fly, like, or make something more interesting. Like, for example, you would be that parent that makes learning fun. Two of Cups, okay? So this could be friendships. This could be family, where there's friendship in the family, or just connections in general, right? Soul ties, some type of energetic exchange, right? In general, this doesn't have to just be a romantic type of connection, but any type of connection. There's definitely people here who just really, it's like your excitement, your level of excitement when you communicate with these people. It's like you give off an excitement to communicate with them. Like you're happy, you're genuinely happy to talk to them, to be around, to encourage them, to see what's going on with them, to kind of tackle the darkness uh, that's trying to beat them down or beat them up. Like you're that type of person, like, and you could, and I'm gonna finish my statement, but you could be somebody who's kind of naturally been defensive and protective over people that you really love and care about, like cousins and family members and stuff like that. Like you can be very passionate about these people here. We got the Hierophant here. But yeah, you could be slow to anger, okay? Because we got the Knight of Pentacles and the Hierophant here. Slow to anger in the face of betrayal. And you're the type of person where, now even if it blows you, it pisses you off, right? Or that's the intent. And I feel like y'all have evolved to a point where it's like, depending on who it is, like, you may get like a little pissed off, but I feel like it's more so showing up as like being irritated, annoyed, or agitated, and then it's short-lived. It's not something that you really carry for a long time. Like you're not somebody who hold grudges type of thing, right? So you know how to go within to restore like any damages, any bruises, any scars, any cuts, right? Any slits, into your heart. You know how to properly investigate situations. And the Hermit in some depictions may be a hooded energy. So some level of mystery and secrecy, a hooded energy that's traveling into or through darkness. So I feel like the hermit resonates with the scripture. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me, right? And you know that you're going to be led to greener pastures regardless. So the reason why you don't hold on, you don't attach to these energies for long, because you've properly investigated the intentions or whatever outcomes, that malevolent forces, would rather those planted seeds of the Three of Swords energy to manifest into, right? So you've properly investigated the intentions behind people's actions and the things that they say, their behaviors, their choices, with how they handle you, with how they handle themselves in regards to you or anybody else, right? In their interactions and engagements. So you're not taking it personal. You're not internalizing what those outside of you are doing. Like you're taking like a thorough again, a thorough approach and insight as to like why people do what they do and why were you targeted, or why were you that person whom they kind of projected that onto, right? Did I finish it? Because I said I was going to go back and finish what I was saying. All right, moving forward. Okay. So this is probably going to be a pretty quick message here. Okay. Yeah, there are some people in their feelings. There's definitely a masculine here in their feelings in regards to a commitment, or in regards to a contract ending, or judgment, like some type of judgment call that the Most High has made in regards to you too, or in regards to how you should move with this person, or bringing an end to a cycle here to a close. Somebody that could have definitely been in some type of toxic energy here with the devil card showing up. So somebody could be a Capricorn, have Capricorn placements, or be a Scorpio with the death card here. So it's definitely about something that came to an end here. Okay. Somebody was used to like this is the truth with the Ace of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles, so they could be watching you as well, watching you elevate and grow, and something expand for you, or just watching some type of growth here, okay? Or this could even resonate as somebody who they didn't focus on you, or they weren't, that focused on you before, or this could be talking about a priority. They didn't make you a priority when they had the opportunity here, and this was impacting you negatively. So let's say this was your energy by them not making you a priority like they were guided to do by the divine. All right, there's something else here that they were focused on. So there could have been an element of extreme selfishness, because you need a balance between being selfish and being selfless, right? Something could have failed, or somebody could have failed at doing something, or whatever they prioritized failed through. It did not render the results that they were hoping for, plotting for. I don't know why I wanted to say plotting for. Yeah, we got justice in the reverse. There's like dust in here, like irritating my nose. Okay. Two of Swords. Somebody could have been very indecisive in regards to you, or they could have put you in an energy of confusion, or tried to. Okay. And what's crazy, with the Seven of Swords and the Strength card, somebody could be a Leo or have significant Leo placements. Somebody could be a Leo moon, or a Leo Venus, or a Leo Mercury, or Uranus. Okay. So maybe they could have been very egotistical as it pertains to their emotional energy, their communication. Um, so they could have definitely disregarded your emotions, your thoughts, things that you expressed emotionally, or how you felt. They could have definitely been, yeah, this is the truth here with the Ace of Swords. Whenever you spoke some type of truth here, they could have, uh, somebody felt attacked by you just being honest. You was just being honest. You wasn't telling them this information about how their energy is showing up, how it's making you feel. Okay, things could have even started to. So I'm gonna say it because it came up. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. Okay, but you do have the Page of Wands here, so I'm probably right on point. So it doesn't matter how passionate something could have started as. Something could start off as like a King of Wands, Queen of Wands type of energy, Knight of Wands type of energy, Ace of Wands. The point is, it can start off at any of those levels as it pertains to passion, right? We can even go into sexual chemistry and all of that. It doesn't matter how it started, based on the person or how people are being treated or how one of the parties are being treated, that can eventually diminish into a Page of Wands type of energy where it's like, now the Page of Wands could be seen different type of ways. It could be seen as something new starting, right? But in this situation, this is talking about, so like how a woman, it doesn't matter. It's like some men can get hard anyhow. Not all men. Like they could get you red. That is a juicy bird. Goddamn. But that is a juicy ass bird. The hell? Are you pregnant? Like how does that work? But sidebar, there could be someone wondering if you're pregnant because maybe you put on a little bit of weight. Somebody could be wanting to get you pregnant. Somebody wish that they got you pregnant. So 3 different messages with that. Anyway, so when a woman, it doesn't matter. Like if a woman is being horribly mistreated and she's like genuine in the connection, like she really loves and cares about the person, and there's a lack of reciprocity, a lack of emotional safety and security and stuff like that, eventually her body is not going to respond, or there's going to be like you there's levels. Okay, there's levels, because if you're disrespecting and disregarding a person emotionally and stuff like that, right, let's just say your body is like a direct reflection of what's going on internally. Somebody is in regret or feeling guilty in regards to how they handled an empress here. Somebody that they know for a fact love the fuck out of them and like really nurtured, and not only nurtured but nourished them, helped them flourish. Like literally you help somebody flourish. Okay, so boom, let me finish, because like somebody may even feel emasculated, or they feel, ooh, that could have been very emasculating for a person. So let's just keep it real. This is not to bash either party. Let's just be completely real, right? So what happened, or what could have happened, right? All right, there was an imbalance, a lack of seeing eye to eye because someone felt challenged. Their insecurities and their ego was challenged here by a very honest feminine energy, right? Not speaking this honesty to hurt, but speaking this honesty to heal, to restore, to repair, right? Like let's honestly acknowledge that there's a crack, right? There's a crack in this foundation that's growing. If you step on this or step on that, there's a possibility that the structure in totality could fall. And maybe somebody may feel like, well, I did all this and and I spent all this in order to build this foundation and create this structure, and you're just going to insult it. You get what I'm saying? Instead of being open and understanding, somebody was definitely in their ego and like very prideful when it came to somebody who was truly honest with them. Now, this is something that they did find attractive and pleasing whenever it was somebody enjoyed or enjoys your honesty when it's kind of like bigging them up type shit, right? Your honesty that they feel is uplifting, but that critical, that what is it called? Constructive criticism. Your constructive criticism was kind of like a blow. Someone received it as a blow type of shit, like, and they felt triggered by your constructive criticism out of love. Like from you, it was out of love, but they, since they're not used to they're not used to people being blatantly honest with them, right? They're kind of just used to what they found similar and what they end up liking in you. Um, when people are just commenting on like surface level things, it's like, oh, they became comfortable with that type of emotional or mental environment or communication environment, right? Even if it's deceptive. But anywho, when it came to somebody truly being honest with them, like that resonated with them as an attack, right? And so even though it was coming from a loving place, they received it as if you're being hateful, you're being mean, you're being inconsiderate, you're being disrespectful. You're trying to get at them, so now they have to get at you somehow, right? And then their way of getting at you is things that you truly don't deserve, or is telling lies in order to hurt you, right? Is doing things behind your back, doing things with other people, plotting against your energy in order to hurt you, to the extent that they felt hurt by you, being impulsive or brash with their communication with the Knight of Swords here. Instead of like truly, combing through what was communicated, somebody will feel so triggered or fearful about truth being spoken that, for example, if you was to send a thorough message, I don't care if it is a paragraph, if you was to send a thorough message or write somebody a thorough letter, they would feel so intimidated, right, that they wouldn't even read it because they just felt like they knew that it was going to bruise their ego, because they just felt like whenever people are honest with them, or when you're honest with them, it bruises their ego, but at the same time, they can sense. So they're sensitive to energy enough to know when somebody is also being deceptive to them. That's the thing. So they feel uncomfortable, and it creates social anxiety or reclusiveness because they can sense when somebody is being dishonest with them, right? And depending on how they feel, they may just use that to their advantage, depending on how they feel. But the thrill of the moment is temporary, because it's like, okay, well, I know you just saying or telling me what I want to hear to get this out of me. Shit, I'm trying to just get this out of you. So, hey, we can do that for a moment. But after, that itch is scratched, so to speak, and that's crazy because then my legs start itching. Yeah, so we definitely could be talking about a masculine. Okay, and this could be related to something, some type of trigger or trauma that occurred between the ages of 8 and 16. So something drastic to them, like to their sense of self, their self-esteem could have occurred between those ages. Okay, and it just trickled, it manifested into, adulthood. Is something that was left unhealed, right? But like I was saying, so again, they may go into hermit energy and stuff like that, because again, they can sense when people are being deceptive, but they also are intimidated by people being honest with them, by the fact that there is someone or people with the gifts or who are in alignment with themselves enough to be able to see through the facade, see through the mask, see through the veil of protection, right? So that's intimidating too. That's triggering because that means they've developed a safe space around their energy to coat their energy to avoid the ability of, being triggered, I guess. But it's like what you present externally on the outside ain't got shit to do, like, with what can still be impacted, influenced, and affected internally. So it can only protect you, but so much, right? For example, you can be a wicked ass person. You may have a house full of guns and you may have like hella expertise with shooting them guns. But when the Most High says it's time for you to leave because you need a do-over. It's time for this particular life to come to an end. You need a do-over, right? You can't stop that from happening. Like, you can have hella fences around your house and all of that, hella guns and shit. But when you in your bed, sleep. If the Most High wants to come and bring your soul, collect your soul, you know what I'm saying? Like a thief in the night, he can literally do that. And that's something that's out of your control. So we got Hermit energy here. So we could have someone with Virgo placements. Or something about your service is significant here, your servitude, right? You're humble. You're somebody who's very meek, right? Your meekness, as it pertains to your servitude, plays and ties into that honest, receptive, empathic exchange or energy, right? That you have with your energetic exchanges with others. Like, people feel safe joking around and playing around with you. People feel safe being vulnerable with you and, and these, disclosing secrets and vulnerabilities or elaborating on concerns with you because they trust that any information you give them will be information that helps them to progress, to move forward, to move past, to bring them into balance, right? With the Chariot card. So Cancer energy. And today, I was channeling, like, are we in Cancer season yet? Because I was definitely channeling, like, Cancer season, people being in their emotions. Okay? For some people, there can be some type of emotional transformations as it pertains to the mother energy, their biological mothers, their guardians, feminines who have been motherly in their lives, right? So people having a reality check or like just doing some type of introspection, retrospection as it pertains to how they felt when they were truly nurtured opposed to an artificial or superficial form of nurturing, right? Yeah, because we have the Lover's card here. Okay, Gemini energy. Someone could have Gemini placements as well as Aquarius. I didn't state Aquarius because we got the Star card as well. And I also Taurus because the Hierophant came out a couple times. And then we got Sagittarius here. Okay. So we have the Hierophant, the Temperaments card, and the Ace of Cups. And I'm hearing you give good love. Somebody, or you have people who feel like you give not only good love, but nurturing love, balanced love. Okay. I'm hearing give and take, give or take. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about your independence here when it comes to your strength, or you being able to stand firm, stand alone, even when there's energies around you, right? So it's something about this Five of Wands, just it's not being able to work here, okay? So for these people who truly were like, it is what it is, who truly were villains in a scenario here, this Five of Wands, which is literally the only card in the reverse, it was a fail. It was a fail. Then we got the Nine of Swords. So it's something about individuals having, so whatever challenges, so that's how it's going to go, because you're sowing seeds. And I don't want to seem repetitive on my channel, but, it is what it is. You're trying to create unnecessary challenges for somebody. Again, planting seeds. Because you see, this Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's working in their garden. Okay, and they're reaping their harvest. They're happy about their growth here, what they have grown. Okay, they're tending to their own garden, tending to their own business, right? Wow, this is so deep. So this is talking about you putting love in your investments. You investing healthy, purified, balanced, emotional energy here, because look at all this balance, bro. Look at that. Meditate on these two cards both being out in the spread, bro. Do you see the similarities? That's beautiful. Those cards came out prior to the Nine of Pentacles, and this is your results. Okay? With this healing here, your spirituality, okay? You're balancing your emotional expression despite what's going on. You have courage to face people. So it's something about people even trying to create confusion, confuse others about who you actually are, right? But people feel like, okay, well, like for example, there could be like a huge difference. Like maybe when they talk to these particular people, they can feel like these people are very draining. These people can like speak down on themselves more often than anything, more often than encouraging themselves or speaking highly or well of themselves. Like, and it's like when they speak highly of themselves, it's from a toxic place. Like, it's not coming from like a humble place. Like, being thoughtful, considerate of others, like, and what you say. Like, it's not coming from a self-empowerment place. It's coming from an egoic place, right? And then when they're not doing that, they're speaking negative about somebody like you, somebody who is, helping to bring balance to a place. Like all those statements I made at the beginning of the reading, right? And it's not making sense. And people actually feel full, and they feel energized, and they feel empowered, and you have a way of being able to project good vibes, good frequencies onto people, right? But when it comes to you feeling down and stuff like that, you don't project that shit on people. You go and you know when to pull back and go into hermit mode or go within self, to heal and restore, right? To bring yourself back into balance. But you don't project, you don't project those imbalance aspects, or when you're feeling off balance, you don't project that onto people. Like, you guys could be feeling off balance, and just because it's temporary, or you understand why the imbalance is present, whether this be due to an attack or spiritual warfare or witchcraft or health or habits, a change in routine, whatever the case may be, right? or somebody else's imbalances or trauma responses, and you know, having to receive the blunt end of that just because you're the person where they feel, you know, and they may not want that shit to come out, but because you're a stable ground, foundation, a safe space, a secure, spiritually, they naturally release what's been pent up, which could even be frustration, which could be, you know, like how when you've been through a lot of trauma and shit like that, one of the things that you can do to release the energy, you have to get it out, whether that be through communicating, breathing exercises, screaming, singing, making music, right? Chants, whatever the case may be. But you know that idea of grabbing a pillow and just into the pillow, right? That's releasing energy. So it's like you have an energetic imprint. You have, you know, an identity. You have a frequency about you that helps people release things, even though it may, you know, it may not feel good to be on the outside of that coming out, or they may focus it on you, but it's not that it's because you did anything to deserve it. It's just because your energy resonates, your energetic field is so much in alignment with divinity and with the Most High. You feel safe and you feel like you can be vulnerable with the Most High, with God. But you go in your prayer closet, whatever the case may be, you're like a prayer closet to people. You're like, I don't know what culture this is, but you're like that person that's in the little booth at the church and shit, when they can just come in there and they just testify, or they, you know, speak and share all their sins and release shit that they've been holding on to, that's been restricting them and holding them down and all of this stuff. Like, that's literally how your energy resonates. Yep. And people are, you know, people feel appreciative of you for that, you know. I'm hearing, because of who you are, I give you glory. Because of who you are, I give you praise. Because of who you are, I will lift my voice and say, Lord, I worship you because of who you are. It's like, and no, I'm not putting you in the same category as the Most High, but we are made in the likeness of God. We're supposed to be lights. We're supposed to be vessels and be used by God. Just like people are used for evil, there's some of us who are used for divinity and used for God's will. Let thy will be done. Okay? Not my own. I'm going to have to end this, y'all, because I feel like I want to go into a praise and worship. Because, woo, that was something. That was something. But no, it's really that powerful. Your energy is truly that powerful, that revolutionary, that remarkable, right? That it's like when you purify water and you remove all the impurities out of a water so that the water is drinkable. You have that frequency, you have the energy, you have the conversation, you have the counsel, you have the presence, you have the different kinds of expression, even in your humor, even if, you know, you uplifting someone, making people laugh. Laughter is releasing pent up energy. So you have versatile ways and mannerisms, spiritual mannerisms about yourself that is healing. That is healing. If a person is being too stoic, if a person is being too overly critical of themselves, or you know, of an energy, or if a person, you know, is one minute, you know, if they're beginning to, their scales are tilting, you have a way of bringing things back into balance, like just bringing it back up into balance. Like, this is how your energy is showing up to people. You know how people be like, big Taurus, big Leo, big Scorpio, big healer. That's your energy. Big healer type shit. Big love, big nurturer, big mama, big papa type shit. No, like for real though. And these things, others around them may deem as ugly and like, something to get away from, something to avoid. And, they may change the subject. It makes them uncomfortable and stuff like that. Truth makes people uncomfortable. Authenticity makes people uncomfortable. Genuine emotions makes people uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? Because what, spirit? Anyway. So those things that people around them or certain energies in their life to make them or cause them to descend, literally strategically placed around them to help them grow and evolve, to move them from their south node to their north node, right? But, there's a possibility of descending, just like you have an option and it's available to you to ascend. But your willpower, it'll do everyone justice if they be honest with themselves, if they just strive to be authentic. Okay, not disregard things about themselves that they need to heal and they're just, well, it is what it is, like, no, you need to be honest with yourself to recognize if a behavior, something you're engaging in, an activity, an environment is unhealthy, and then you need to utilize your discernment wisely to make a healthier choice, to change your environment, to change your behavior, to change habits, or recreate or put in place healthier habits and eliminate unhealthy habits. You get what I'm saying? So it's a constant, weighing and balancing. So when people can be honest with themselves, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, y'all. But that's what I have for you in this particular message. I'm going to do another read, see what comes out. But I will see you guys next time.